Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back with another YouTube video, and this time we're going to try to get 12 wins in this Grand Challenge using what in my opinion is the most broken deck in the game right now, so make sure to abuse it and take advantage of it before the balance changes come in, because as you guys know, Cannon Cart, Knight, and Hunter are actually going to be getting nerfed, but honestly, it would have been pretty impossible for me to make a video on a deck that's good in the meta, that isn't getting affected by the balance changes, because there's so many nerfs, so you know, there's pretty much no way to avoid it. But maybe, I think the only deck in the whole game that isn't getting hit by the balance changes is probably Electro Giant, but pretty much everything else that's considered meta is getting, you know, nerf. Bomb Tower, you know, Balloons, so many, you know, really strong cards got a nerf. Overall, I'm happy with the balances. I'm a little scared about the Elite Barbarians buff, if you guys saw that. Also, I think the update's going to be really good for casual players. The magic items for max players doesn't mean very much, but honestly, if it's a good update for most of the players, as a max player myself, I don't really care as long as majority of people enjoy the update. So we're going to be using this deck. It has a ton of pressure cards. You got Royale Hogs, Mortar, Cannon Cart, and EQ to help you break through buildings. So before we get in the first game, if you guys want to support me, use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. Help support me, channel, and I really do appreciate all you guys using my code. So very annoying. I started recording at 8 wins. I actually ran out of storage as I was recording, so I had to restart it. I had to free up some storage. I wasn't aware I was full on PC like storage. Like I didn't have room, and I had a win versus Muhammad Light here, who in my opinion is, like, some people say he's the best in the world right now. So if I get to 12 wins, here's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to show the replay against Muhammad Light and then maybe play a ladder game. That's assuming we win. Like, say we go 12-0, we have quick games, we'll do a replay, play some ladder games. So we'll do a couple different things in this video. Hopefully, yeah, get 12 wins here, live games, replay versus Muhammad Light, who, as I said, is just an insanely good player. You guys probably know him. He's finished #1 on ladder, good performance in CRL. He's just an incredible player. So this guy's going to go for a Lumberjack. That doesn't tell me much. I mean, it could be, you know, it could be, I was going to say, like, it could be, oh my gosh, why do I keep saying that? Well, you know, it could be Balloons. There's a few things, but we see the Prince, so at this point, it's looking like probably a Bridge Spam deck. E-Drag is going to be kind of annoying, considering we don't have, I mean, well, we do have Hunter, which is a pretty good response to it, so we gotta try to see here if we could potentially activate our King Tower, because I feel like this is going to be a little bit... it died, unfortunately, so we don't get the King activation. That kind of sucks. So this guy's got Mother Witch. He's probably practicing it, considering Mother Witch is going to be getting a buff soon. I'm definitely going to make a video on Mother Witch when the balances go live. We're going to go Royal Hogs, because I think he's one card away from Mega Knight. Like, he doesn't have it back in cycle yet. Yeah, he has to go for a Prince and a Lumberjack. Wow, so commits a lot of Elixir there on defense. I guess here we can just go for a Cannon Cart. We can go for a Log here. Let's just go for Spear Goblins to distract this Prince, and defense is looking pretty clean here. We have the damage lead at this point. Cannon Cart on the map. He's probably just going to go for a Mega Knight on top of it, but we have a Hunter and a Knight in rotation, so I'm not really that worried about defending it. He actually goes E-Wiz, which gives him no counter push. We're going to go for a Mortar like this. We go for a Hunter, and then we're going to... no, actually, we're not going to protect the Mortar. I feel like with that E-Drag, he spends so much Elixir, it's not worth it. Oh my gosh, this guy has Mega Knight and Fireball, so he's got two really solid answers to our Royal Hogs. That's pretty frustrating. I think we go Royal Hogs in the opposite lane here, because he has to, like, you know, he's got to defend both lanes that way. Whereas if I just did same lane, he would have just played a Mega Knight on top of everything, which would have not been ideal. So we'll go for a Cannon Cart like this. We're going to have to block with, like, a Mortar. go hogs like this. Because he just used a fireball and doesn't have enough for the Mega Knight. We'll go ahead and cycle an Earthquake. Okay, good stuff so far. Okay, so if we just cycle 2 more Earthquakes, I think we're going to do it. We're really doing him dirty here. I feel kind of bad for this, but it has to be done. We just cycled 3 Earthquakes on this man's tower. I feel kind of bad, but honestly, I don't think that was an easy matchup. He had Mega Knight, he had Fireball, 2 solid answers to our Royal Hogs. I don't think that was easy. So that's going to put us at 11-0. Hopefully we can get this like last win here, get the clean 12-0. That would be pretty nice. There we go. We finally found the game. I was searching for like 5 minutes probably. So here we go. Let's try to win this, get the 12 wins. And if we lose, we'll only be at 1 loss. So really, there's not much pressure this game, but you know, ideally we go 12-0 here and get it. So we'll cycle a log because this guy's not doing anything. I feel like log's a pretty safe starting play. Knight's also pretty safe, especially when you have a hunter in cycle. Baby Dragon doesn't tell me a lot, but it probably means it's going to be something along the lines of Golem, Electro Giant, Graveyard, something like that. So probably going to be Golem or... Ooh, wait, actually... Okay, we're definitely going to pressure here. He's pretty low on Elixir. And he doesn't have the Tornado or Bowler in cycle. I'll take it. See, that's what I was saying. He was low on Elixir, he didn't have the Bowler in cycle, he didn't have the Tornado in cycle. We predicted the Bar Barrel going in for Spear Goblins after he played them, so flawless right there. Can't complain at all with what just happened. Honestly, it went perfectly, you know, just how I was hoping. Like, it just played out exactly how I was hoping it would. So we're going to go Knight to pressure, opposite lane of the Inferno Drag. We don't want to play that same lane. That would be a pretty dumb play. And we'll go Cannon Cart for the Lumberjack. We'll go for Spear Goblins for this Inferno Drag. If he does something like crazy like Freeze, we'll get ready to Hunter. Ooh, I don't know about that Freeze on the Cannon Cart. It does take it out, but I don't know if that's worth it. So we're going to go Hogs here. We'll just go Earthquake. This will ensure that we take the tower. So we're just in an amazing position right now, considering we already... Hold on, I wasn't talking because I wanted to focus. Okay, 25 seconds. He has time to orchestrate one more push. It's time to build one more push. That's it. At this point, I think he doesn't have any time because I can just mortar. It's going to be GG. Wow, yeah, nice win. I think he really messed up at the beginning of the game, was too aggressive with that Bull or Tornado at the beginning, allowing me to punish him really hard. So we're going to get the clean 12-0. As I said, this deck is so good, but that's not going to be it. I'm going to show you guys the replay against Mohamed Light, who in my opinion is probably, some people say he's the best player in the game right now, but I think you can't deny that he's for sure at least top 3 best players in the game right now. He's second, he's literally second in the world right now. Last season he finished 3rd in the world. He's finished 1st in the world before on another account. I think he pushed a maxed account that wasn't his. In CRL, he won the monthly qualifier, the first one last month. This one he didn't end up making it to the top 8, but he got top 16. He's an insanely good player, Egyptian player. He's pretty young too, just insanely talented. So I want to show you guys this game. I laugh because I know who he is. Like, you know, we both know each other. Like, I wouldn't say like we're like insanely good friends, but we've talked before like several times. Like, we both know each other. But yeah, you know, I have a lot of respect for him. He's such a good player. He's very hardworking too, though. Like, obviously he has a good amount of talent, but he's very, very hardworking. He plays the game a lot. You know. So we'll do 2 times speed and single elixir. Honestly, I think this is a pretty good matchup for us. And I went for Royal Hogs because I knew his Tesla wasn't in rotation. I do this here instead of logging because I want a little bit of counter push. He goes for the Earthquake. I actually think that Earthquake was a little aggressive, and now he can't go Hog because I'd be able to Mortar for free and he wouldn't be able to break through. And the reason why this is such a bad matchup for him, or I wouldn't say very bad, but the reason why this is good for me is because of the cannon cart. The cannon cart, without him having delivery for it, is just so obnoxious, and there's just not too much he can do to get like a positive elixir trade against it, if that makes sense. Like, if I played on my side of the map and it like hits his knight or like hits some archers or the hog on defense and then counter pushes 2 and applies pressure, he can't really get value off of it. And that is why the cannon card is so strong and why it is getting a nerf and why it got announced that it's getting a nerf in the next balance change. A lot of people, I think, underrated the cannon card for a really long time. Maybe some of you guys are surprised it's getting a nerf, but honestly, it is a very, very strong card. And if your opponent doesn't have the correct responses, it just, in many matchups, will just get so much more value than like what it's worth. And it's just a very safe card too. It's like usually not risky. It's good in all elixir, single elixir, double elixir, triple elixir. It's just a very, very consistent card. It's just, don't know how to describe it. It's just a really good card. And it doesn't matter how many hit points it has, even if it has 1 HP, if it crosses over the other side of the map, you have to respond to it, which is another reason why it's so strong. So he's going in for some really good hog EQs. Honestly, he made this game really close, but I don't feel much shame, like, even though it was close, like, even though it is my matchup by a little bit. The reason why is because he is obviously one of the best cycle players in the game, but more specifically, he's one of the best hog players in the game, minor wall breaker players in the game. He's just a cycle god, so even though this is my matchup by a little bit, I'm still pretty proud of myself, like, that I won it, because just, like, he's so good at the game, and I still feel like I played it pretty well. Like, I did what I needed to win. And it's not, again, like, it's not even like I had a hard counter, because he can play his Teslas out of range of my EQs. But at the same time, the reason why it's good for me is because of the cannon cart, and just, I think, like, the Royal Hogs are able to sneak in damage more consistently than his Hog Rider's able to. So you can see here towards the end of this game, we're pulling ahead in damage finally, we're stacking cannon carts, and there's just not a whole lot he can do, but he is continuing to go for that Earthquake cycle. And now he takes the lead again with the help of the Snowball, but because he was so aggressive there, we're going to go in really hard here. I try to go Earthquake over there, like maybe predicting archers. I don't really know why I played it there, but all I knew is that he played the Tesla out of range, so I couldn't Earthquake the Tesla in the tower. So, quite frankly, it didn't really matter where I played it as long as it was hitting the tower. 20 seconds to go. And I think this is, yeah, where we managed to pull ahead, basically. He's going for another Earthquake on our tower. Like, he's doing everything he can, but there's just not really too much he can do at this point. The cannon carts are just really overwhelming him. They're so obnoxious for him to deal with, and that's going to be a good game. Honestly, yeah, like a good matchup for me. He played it pretty well, and I would show this replay too, but I'm not going to because I feel like, I mean, it's a very similar deck to what Mohamed Light was using. Literally, the only difference is that he has Bomb Tower instead of the Tesla. And I feel like there's no need to show it because you play it the same way. The only difference is Bomb Tower is a little bit more effective against the Royal Hogs, but it's not too much of a difference. So, with those out of the way, we played 2 live games, got the clean 12-0. We showed a replay versus an absolute god, like one of the very best, if not the best player in the game right now. Now we're going to go ahead and play a couple ladder matches, and then we'll wrap it up for the video. So I think we'll play 1 or 2 ladder matches here. depending on how long the games are. We'll see, like, if like a game goes like a full 5 minutes, play a couple. And yeah, here we go. So we found the first game versus the Joker. So let's see what our starting hand is. I guess we could probably just wait like a second or two, see if he wants to do anything. So he's gonna go for I'm gonna wait here because I want to see. Okay, so he's just gonna go for a lumberjack. That's fine. So we'll go knight. And he's gonna go ice golem. It's either bridge spam or balloon, probably. So he's gonna have a zap, and he goes for balloon. So let's actually pressure here because he's not gonna be able to. He had to make a choice. He either had to get something down for the hunter or defend the royal hogs. He wouldn't have been able to do both because he didn't have the elixir. I don't know how I feel about that ice golem because it wasn't really tanking for the hunter. We're gonna go for a knight like this. He doesn't have bats and cycles, so we don't need to go for prediction spear goblins or anything like that. He's probably gonna lumberjack. Oh, he misclicked the mega knight. It didn't hit the cannon cart. Wow. Okay. Okay. Here's the game plan. We're gonna go for like a mortar like this. We're gonna try to activate the king tower. He's probably gonna prediction zap though. Wait, that doesn't like 3 crown me, does it? Very, very nice. Very, very nice defense. I'm very pleased with how that went. Honestly, pretty perfect. I mean, we took a lot of damage on our king tower, but he's not going to 3 crown us before he takes one of my arena towers. I can tell you that right now. So that honestly worked out great. He's going to try to go for a balloon push here. We can just go for a mortar like this, kind of like last second. But with the king tower helping out, no way that balloon is going to get a hit. I don't even think it gets death damage. Yeah, it doesn't even get death damage. So wow, this game has just gone perfectly thus far. He's going to go for Mega Knight in the back. This is his last chance. He's got time for probably one more balloon push. So we'll see if he can make something happen. And you guys can see, even though our Earthquake gets like no value, we're still winning. You don't, with the, oh no. Okay, that's a really good outplay that he just did. If you guys didn't know, you can actually like push the balloon with bats, and you can like end up bypassing buildings. That's what he just did. He utilized the bats, so he was able to push the balloon, like bypass the mortar. But we still managed to get the win. That was a really good play on his end towards the end of that game, but didn't matter. So nice win there. Can we win the next game? If we do, be a perfect video, no losses. Just goes to show how broken this deck is. So again, make sure to abuse it, make sure to take advantage of it before the balances come in, because I don't know, I just, you know, it's a new deck, so at least there's something new in the meta, like finally something new, because it's been a lot of the same decks, but now we have something good in the meta that isn't RG, Lava Hound, or Minor Wall Breakers. You know, those are like the 3 main decks. At least now we got something good, because and the reason why this deck's like, again, so good is because it counters RG really well, and it has 3 broken cards in it, so obviously it's going to be pretty good. He's going to go for a Mega Minion and a Bar Barrel. I don't know what this is yet. He has Baby Dragon, so probably I want to say Golem, but I don't know for sure. So we're definitely going to Earthquake this. Okay, that was not a very good RG. Because he played it right into a Hunter. I think this is a very easy matchup if he doesn't have a Fireball. If he does have a Fireball, he has a chance. But if he's using Lightning, this is, I feel like, quite an easy matchup for us. I'm going to be honest, I don't really think that defense at the beginning against that RG was good. I probably should have just played a Mortar, even though I felt like it was a really bad RG. I think I could have definitely defended that better. So I would, if I were to do things over again, I would have definitely defended that RG a little differently. So hopefully we can still win and it's fine. I mean, he does got the Tornado, which is a little bit of a different variant, of course, than RG Fisherman, but I still think that it's not too bad. We'll have to see, though. I'm gonna just go for a knight like this. And you guys can see Cannon Cart just putting in a ton of work there. We got to make sure we're spacing out the Cannon Cart and the Mortar so we can't lightning both. And because the Spear Goblin should be enough to take out that Baby Dragon, I decided to go aggressive with that Earthquake because we need to get ourselves some damage. We've been down the majority of this game, which is not good. We're going to Cannon Cart same lane as the Ice Wizard because I feel like Cannon Cart is just so good against the Ice Wizard, so we might as well. We'll go for a Knight. And then I think we should just keep up the pressure here. So we're going to go ahead and Earthquake. Spear Goblin's after he goes for the Bar Barrel. The fact that our RG got a hit might mean it's a good game, unfortunately. We'll see, we'll see. It's gonna be close. No, I deserve the loss. I didn't play this perfectly. Bad lightning though on his end. Hold up. No, I tried to lightning lock. Okay. He played that well. I think that that's a little harder than RG Fisherman because the Tornado and Baby Dragon I think are a little annoying, whereas if he had the other RG variant, I think it would have been easier. But, you know, he played it well. I felt like I definitely deserved to lose that because I didn't play that perfectly, especially at the beginning. I really regret ignoring that RG and just kind of underestimating his defense. But yeah, that's unfortunate, but still overall good video. I think it's a really strong deck. But yeah, I threw that last game. That really sucks. But make sure to like it if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if not subscribed already. And I'm excited to test out some of the buff cards. I think E-Barbs are going to be broken. They got a huge buff. They got two different things buffed. The first attack and their overall hit speed. So E-Barbs are going to be busted in my opinion. I'm a little surprised they buffed them by that much, but it'll definitely shake up things like in the meta. I'm excited to see like what E-Barb decks are good. Like I feel like Recruit E-Barbs is going to be super broken. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Maybe like Rage E-Barbs will even be good, like Recruits E-Barbs Rage, something like that. That sounds crazy, but I would not be surprised. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, excited to see like kind of when the update drops, what players think of it, like how the casuals react and all that stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and yeah, thanks again until next time.